And hey, there's Jeff. We're going to check in with Jeff in just a second. He's looking pretty good. He got out the spandex. He's going to be cycling for the entire 2 hours. Looks like he's talking to another biker on the way. There's lots of folks out and about this morning. Yeah, hey Jeff, we'll be checking in with you soon. Keep pedaling and hang in there.
Ashley, did you see he didn't have Toto in his little bike basket?
Yeah, there's no basket on the front, or is there a basket? I can't even quite tell. Maybe.
His
We should get Toto in the basket.
Need that.
For sure.
Yeah.
In fact, let's take another live look here at Jeff Maher, cycling hard.
Yeah,
Pedal
Jeff.
faster, Jeff Maher. Pedal faster, my friend. Oh, well, they're making a bend. They're still there. There they are. It's just so cool. Oh, now he's going. Now,
look at the form.
Now he knows
Nice
he's
form,
back on
Jeff.
TV. You notice
Nice
he
form.
steps it up when we take a shot.
He's got the helmet on.
Yeah.
He does. You know,
Good.
Oh, he's definitely Lance Armstrong with the yellow this morning. And, you know, it's tough because it's windy, you know, and when you're pedaling uphill a little bit and into the wind, yeah, that's rough. 62 degrees for the two of them out there this morning. The wind blowing out of the northwest at 20 miles per hour.
Of course, the biggest thing you'll be noticing this morning as you're out and about, this wind on our roadways. But that is not slowing down our very own Jeff Maher. We mentioned May is Bike Month. And Jeff, well, he decided to take on his own unique challenge. He's going to ride continuously live during our entire morning. I hope he did all his stretches. We're going to be tracking Jeff along the way for the next 2 hours. And Jeff, I understand you started off in the Curtis Park area. How is it going so far, and how is the wind impacting you this morning?
You know, Melissa, good morning. That wind, it's going to be tough to deal with, and that's right, we are in the Curtis Park area, and I'm here with my designated safety officer, my friend Lauren Mancuso. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So what are you watching out for to make sure we're safe? Obviously, tree limbs, we've seen a lot of that.
Reporters on bikes. Be the main thing this morning.
Bikes. Yes, we need to be careful of that. We're doing this for a couple reasons. One, we have this relatively new technology that allows us to do live shots from areas that we weren't able to do before. An example of this is a live bike ride, which is what we're doing right now. Number two, May is Bike Month. This has been happening for years, and this is an opportunity for people to ditch their cars and their SUVs and to get on the bikes like we're doing now and enjoy the wonderful weather and great outdoors that Sacramento has to offer. Now, there are also many, many benefits to bicycling, and we're going to put some of that on your screen. Number one, cycling is good for your heart. It has proven to improve cardiovascular fitness, reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. It's good for your muscles, especially the lower body. I'm feeling that right now. It's good for your waistline. You obviously can burn a lot of calories. And cycling is good for your lifespan. It's proven to actually extend your lifespan even when you factor in the amount of injuries that can occur while on a bike. So we're going to continue our reports all throughout the morning show. Our next stop is the Sacramento Zoo. We're going to toss it back to you guys now, but yes, to answer your question, the wind is going to be quite a factor on this 2-hour trek.
All right, you're looking good, Jeff Maher. So proud of you. Good job. So we are all pretty excited about this. May is a Bike to Work month, and our very own Jeff Maher kicking things off for us. Jeff, there he is. Hi, Jeff. Hi, friend of Jeff. Jeff is biking throughout the whole show for us this morning, so we got to see if he can make it, Dan.
He's setting a nice, steady pace.
Yeah, he's like cruising in the park, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
And Jeff, we know it's windy out there this morning. How did you prepare for this ride? By the way, I like what you're wearing too, the bright shoes and the bright shirt. Good safety features, if not fashion-wise, Jeff.
Yeah, it's very important to wear bright clothing. And Melissa, to answer your question, you know, I didn't prepare very well. I was not expecting this much wind, but we're having to dodge tree limbs and branches all throughout the Land Park and Curtis Park area. Now we are in the parking lot of Fairy Tale Town, where we're going to make a U-turn. Fairy Tale Town is just to your left, a place that I actually have never been before, and I'm here with my designated safety officer, Lauren Mancuso. How's the ride been so far?
Oh, a little windy. Lots of debris. Grab your safety
Lots
boots.
of debris, but no flat tires yet, right?
Not yet.
And if we get a flat tire, this will become a tandem event.
Depends who gets the flat tire.
Okay. And there's also a tax incentive to cycling. Congress supports this. It's actually called the Transportation Tax Benefit, and it's capped at $20 per month. So you can get a tax incentive for riding your bicycle to work every day. And if you're one of the many people who missed out on a pay raise, perhaps, you can give yourself a pay raise by ditching the car. That way you're not having to pay for all that gasoline, which hovers around $4 a gallon in California lately. And it's also just a great way to enjoy the sights. You know, there's so many things along the way that I normally would not be able to see when I'm driving a car to work. You know, just simple nature landscapes, something that we're taking in, me and Lauren, throughout the morning. Now we're gonna make a right here on Land Park Drive, and we're gonna head over to Old Sacramento, where we'll catch up with you guys in the 6 a.m. hour. Back to you.
All right, good stuff, Jeff Maher. Be safe out there, my friend. Thank you.
And, you know, you can have a friend go along with you, like what Jeff is doing out there. Have a terrific conversation to start the morning. He's trying to pick up the pace. You know, he's very much into physical fitness.
He is.
And this is kind of leisurely for him. There may be a point or two during his bike ride where he goes kind of quick.
Wait, yeah, the deal is, though, he's not supposed to stop until the end of the show. No cheating, Jeff Maher. And that wind is playing a real role in Jeff Maher's morning commute this morning. There's Jeff. He is riding his bike all morning long. This is to celebrate the start of Bike Month. We're going to check in with Jeff throughout the hour.
He's taking on a mighty challenge. He has been riding non-stop throughout our entire 2-hour morning show. He's more than halfway finished. He started at Curtis Park, Land Park. And Jeff, you made it to Old Sacramento. You're halfway there, buddy. How you holding up?
We're holding up pretty good, Melissa. Good morning, everybody. Yes, May is Bike Month, and this is the chance for you to ditch your car and SUV and get on the bike and enjoy the outdoors. And me and my buddy here, Lauren Mancuso, who is also serving as my safety officer on this ride, we're having a great time.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. And she's keeping an eye out for any hazards out in the road. And I wanted to address this because May being Bike Month, you're allowed to get on teams and compete throughout the entire month. You're on a team. I know there's hundreds of teams signed up at mayisbikemonth.com. Just tell us what that competition's all about.
So your company can start a team, or you can start a team with a couple friends, and you pledge a certain amount of miles and actually try to bike those miles. And at the end, my company usually does about 3,000 miles. As everyone that participates, we got about 30 people that participate.
And I just want to show you what you get to see when you're doing this. Look at these buildings here in Old Sacramento. You know, more than 50 of these buildings are original from the 1850s. Lauren, I bet you didn't know that.
I knew that.
It's just one of the many enjoyments you get from cycling. There are also health benefits, and we want to give you some of those. Number one, cycling is good for your coordination. Both moving the feet in circles and steering with your hands, that's good eye-hand coordination. Cycling is good for your mental health for reasons I described. You're not trapped in a car. You get to see the great outdoors of Sacramento. Cycling is good for your immune system. It actually strengthens your immune system and can protect against certain kinds of cancers. And guys, we should mention that the way that we are broadcasting is using TVU, which is basically some relatively new technology, allows us to be mobile anywhere we want to go. So that's why we're able to show this to you. And coming up in the next half hour, we're going to be broadcasting live from Rayleigh Field. Back to you.
Yeah, and we should mention that's what we used back in New York City when we were back there, TVU. So it's not just limited to California. Thank you, Jeff.
12. There's been 12 years in Sacramento's recorded weather history where there's been no rain. By the way, on average, we get about 3/4 of an inch of rain in the month of May. But
look at that, Ashton. They got to ride over the cobblestone now.
No
That
rain
makes
at
for a
all
bumpy
for them
ride.
this morning. Yeah, that's kind of tough. So they got the wind to deal with.
Yeah.
Right? Now they got cobblestones to deal with. Kind of a tough bike ride, but they're making it happen this morning. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
I want to remind you that if you've got an app you love, email us goodmorning@news10.net.
Yeah, and there's Jeff Maher checking in. He is celebrating and ringing in Bike Month, the month of May. He is out there. Now, if you're just joining us, Jeff has been riding nonstop since 5 a.m. this morning. His goal is to make it until the end of the show. Of course, our show ends at 7. Look at him. He's doing pretty good, and they are being very safe out there. We had a couple of people concerned. We have a couple of crews out there following him, and they are following the rules of the road.
And Jeff is not using his phone while he's riding. No. You know, that even though we mentioned those bike apps, don't do it while you're riding.
Right. The big event has been watching News 10's Jeff Maher all morning long. For 2 hours, he's been making the cycling trip. There's a big push this month to try to have bicyclists log 2 million miles, whether you're running errands, going to school, going to work, or like Jeff, just getting in some good exercise. And we want to applaud Jeff using the technology. Also, he's fit to be safe. He also has the helmet. Excellent. They're required under 18, but also important and recommended for adults. And he's wearing the bright colors, so you definitely won't miss Jeff out there. Now, we started in Curtis Park. He went to Land Park, Old Sacramento. Despite the wind, Jeff, you're not giving up. It's actually quite good for you. Did it give you a jump start? Are you feeling energized right now?
Oh, I'm feeling energized. My thighs are burning. I'm feeling fantastic as we make our way past Rayleigh Field. And as we are going along right here, actually, let's get a shot of Rayleigh Field. You know, I'm here with my friend Lauren Mancuso, who is also our designated safety officer. Lauren, how's the bike ride been so far?
It's pretty safe.
Very safe, and how are you feeling physically?
Exhausted.
You're exhausted already? You're in such great shape.
No, I'm not exhausted. It's been a very nice bike ride, very leisurely.
Yeah, well, you know, this is at least a 10-mile bike ride so far. We're talking about May is Bike Month, and you can learn more about this at mayisbikemonth.com. This is a chance for you to get out, get on your bike, and choose to do this way instead of actually going about paying for gas and all the car expenses. It's kind of nice, right?
It is. It's very nice.
And there are also some economic benefits that we want to tell you about for riding your bike. Let's put those up on the screen. According to AAA, the average cost of owning and operating a mid-size sedan is $8,946 per year. That includes gas, insurance, maintenance, tires, taxes, car loans. The average person spends more than $2,000 a year on gasoline. And there's also some incentives, some tax incentives to riding your bike to work. Congress has the transportation tax benefit. It's capped at $20 a month, but that's over $200 a year that you can tack on to your taxes. Coming back out here live, let's take a look at the sunrise over the Tower Bridge. And this is just some of what you don't get to experience all the time when you're in a car, is experiencing the outdoors and the beautiful landscape that Sacramento has to offer. I know some of you have been a little bit concerned about our safety, but we've been very careful about where we are picking our live locations. That's why we picked Land Park, Curtis Park, Old Sacramento, and now Rayleigh Field. You can see there's not a lot of traffic out here. We've got the licensed safety officer with me and lots of bright clothing, bright shoes, bright shirts, and a bright-looking Wednesday. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, and that pose you just took is being duplicated by our photographer, Renee Luna, in the back of the truck. Yeah, we saw his foot up there. They're working hard. Thank you, Jeff.
I've been looking over the menus.
Yeah?
And I'm waiting to find out where we're going to
have to wait a little bit longer because
Jeff's
first we're going to go back to Jeff.
Yep.
He is not invited to breakfast, but he's worked up quite an appetite this morning. Jeff, how far do you think you've pedaled so far?
You know, I think we've gone at least 10 miles so far, guys, and I've worked up an appetite myself here with my friend Lauren Mancuso. Lauren, you've got a basket on the front, but you didn't bring any food. What's up with that?
You told me there was going to be donuts.
I did say that, and there are no donuts near Rayleigh Field.
There are no donuts here.
And donuts are not good for cycling, by the way. So it's probably best that we just got our water here. But what a fantastic ride this morning, going from Land Park through the zoo, Curtis Park, up to Rayleigh Field, finishing it off here. Just a great way to end the Wednesday, guys. And now I have to go back to work.
All right. Yeah, you do have to come back to work. Jeff Maher, great job. And thanks for doing that.
Please shower.